So, what about marriage equality? You know, if a man and woman can be married and, adult, male and adult female can marry and have all the rights and privileges of a married couple, why can't two men? As long as they're of age, as long as they're, adults in the state they live in. And most people are probably going to come after me on this one. They'll probably tear me a new one. I don't know that even if I considered myself a Christian, and I don't know that I'd like to think I'm trying. I don't know. But even as a Christian, I don't know about forcing my feelings, thoughts, ideas, opinions, beliefs, on somebody else. So the long and short of it is, my knee-jerk, my first thought, feeling, theory is that if two adults choose to marry and show some sort of committed relationship like that, though I don't in any way say it should be sanctioned by the church. I don't believe that churches should perform gay marriages. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that's the way it's supposed to work. You don't, if it's a sinful behavior, and I think it certainly qualifies as such, you can't go around condoning it, accepting it. A church can't go and say, well, no, we're going to put our stamp of approval on this because it's okay. Well, not according to the Bible, not according to, the way that things are designed to work. But again, I'm not going to say that, that a couple can't have some sort of ceremony to say that they're committed, and if you want to call it marriage or not or whatever, I don't care. But I don't know about imposing my beliefs as a Christian on some other group is valid. I mean, we can express our opinions and our beliefs and say this is what the Bible says on this topic, and and so on and so forth. But I don't know about forcing others to follow those beliefs. I just don't know that that's really the way it's supposed to work. I do believe that a government is not a church. You can't force behaviors upon groups. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, the long and short of it is, I saw a graphic online. It was talking about marriage equality. And it was talking to people who feel that they should boycott those companies that support it. And it said something like, okay, so you want to boycott all the companies that support marriage equality. Well, you should start with Apple and Microsoft and Google and Facebook and all that. And it said, so now you don't have a computer or internet or smartphone or social media to tell the world what kind of bigot you are. And it's a valid point. And it's something that, it kind of bothers me how people, pick and choose. And I know someone who, apparently there was some sort of series on Netflix that had a character that was supposed to be Jesus. I think it was modern day kind of thing, and I'm not sure exactly how, I don't know the storyline or anything like that. I think it was made in some other country and so on and so forth. But anyway, the long and short of it is, but this Jesus was gay. And I know at least one person who actually canceled their Netflix account because of it. Now that's fine. I mean, honestly, I'm not fussing that, oh, well, that was stupid, whatever. I mean, it's their choice. It's their money. If they feel that somehow that doing that supports the gay agenda, I don't see that, because see, the long and short of it is that, pretty much on any TV channel, there'll be things that are sort of okay for, Christian families, and there'll be things that are really like kind of not okay for Christian families, and there'll be things on Netflix that, are appropriate for you and things that are not appropriate for you. And, and like I said, it's fine if you decide to cancel your Netflix account because they have a series on there that depicts a gay Jesus, which I really don't. I mean, it's really obscene, in my opinion. Jesus, if he was tempted in that way, he didn't act upon it. He may have. The Bible says he was tempted in every way that we are tempted, but that he did not sin. And if you consider that behavior as a sinful one, then we know he didn't engage in those acts. He didn't, I don't think he married. I don't think he was, I think he lived a life of devoting himself in every way to others, to showing that love and that degree of caring. But anyway, but the individual canceled their Netflix account, and then, of course, later added it back when they decided, well, we'll just have to deal with it and live with it because it's too many shows I like to watch. And like I said, I'm not fussing because they did that. If that's their choice, if that's what they want to choose to do, if that's what they choose to do, that's fine. It's their life and their money and so on. But the thing of it is, something that really should be pointed out is that Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. His net worth is over $1 billion, and I think that number is from like 2015 or something. So he's probably worth $1 trillion by now. Okay, maybe not $1 trillion. He's worth ridiculous amounts of money, and obviously a lot of that money has come from Apple, from being that chief executive officer and so on and so forth. Well, he's gay. I mean, he's openly gay. Okay? So, if you're going to cancel your Netflix account because, it has a series on there, showing or portraying a gay Jesus, which again, I don't like that at all. But if you're going to do that, why don't you just go ahead and get rid of your iPod and your iPhone and your iPad and your everything, because you really are supporting a man who is openly gay, who's now worth well over $1 billion, and so on. What Christian have you met who would have that degree of, commitment, that would actually throw out the iPhone? I mean, really? I mean, I use an iPhone. Not much, but I mean, in today's world, you pretty much kind of have to have one. I mean, if you're out and the wife needs milk and she can't reach you to tell you that, and you come home and you don't have milk, end of the world. It is literally the end of the world. If she can't call you when you're out, on the lake or doing whatever you're doing at work, if she can't call you and say, bring home milk, and you come all the way from town, all the way to your house, and you don't have milk, yeah, I think the marriage should end. I think it's over at that point. I think she would have every right to tell you to leave. She should have your stuff packed when you got home. I'm serious. Okay. Not really. But anyway. But, why not take it to its logical conclusion? I don't know that you're supporting the gay agenda by buying an iPhone. You are, however, contributing ridiculous amounts of money because the things are silly expensive. You know, then they come out with a model that's 2% bigger than the last one, and you have to upgrade, and it costs you $1,000. I mean, yeah. I think there's a cartoonist online who goes by the Oatmeal, the Oatmeal, who, yeah, he has some things I don't, care to, but he has some cartoon about, upgrading to the latest, version of whatever, that it's, 0.01% bigger than the last one, and whatever. And it's true. It's the way it works. That's driving, economy and what have you. But anyway, if you're going to cancel your Netflix account, maybe you should also at least consider the possibility of tossing the iPhone and the iPad and canceling your Facebook account and everything else. But I think we do have to live. I mean, I don't know that really buying an iPhone would be considered as supporting the gay agenda. But hey, I mean, everybody sees things differently. But like I said, if it really troubles you that much, toss it out. I mean, don't give him any more of your money. So, anyway, so let's think about what we want to talk about next. I think I'll take a brief